Hello everyone, it's Untitled Chapter Master and welcome to a new The Sims 4 speed build house building video. So today I'm building another house in The Sims 4 and today I'm actually building a house in the neighborhood Willow Creek. So this is actually what I call the city house, and now you might wonder, well, you haven't built it in the center of the center, the center of the city. I mean, you've not really built it between the shops. Well, that's true because I thought building a house, at least a modern house, just between all the shops of Willow Creek, I thought it wouldn't really fit the style of the world and also not really the idea behind this house. So I decided to build it in kind of the neighborhood kind of the house center of the world and not really the shopping area of the world, because I thought, yeah, you wouldn't want to build a very modern, good-looking house over there. So yeah, I went for this neighborhood, which has kind of the more expensive houses of this of Willow Creek in it. Not the most expensive houses, not the one that we've seen from the trailer, you know, the house with the blue, which I actually decided to build in The Sims 3, but actually just, yeah, kind of an in-between area regarding the expensiveness of the houses, whatever. So as I said before, this is going to be a very modern house because lately I've really been feeling like I wanted to build a modern house. The shape is kind of basic, but still I think it has some cool architectural parts to it, and also some new parts that I've tested out in The Sims 4 just to see what we can do with it and what looks nice and what doesn't. So the roof is kind of basic because I didn't really know what to do with the roof. I wanted to make it very modern and also kind of create the half wall effect. So I actually made a very, yeah, you will see in a second, a very low roof that kind of almost seems like a flat roof. So as you can see here, I actually make some cool detailing to the house at the sides by actually making it, yeah, adding some walls to make it look detailed. And here we actually add the roof. This is a 2-bedroom, no, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. Yeah, located over here in Willow Creek. You will be able to download it from the exchange, well, not from the exchange, I'm way too used to say that from the Sim 3, but actually you can download it from the gallery. You have to search hashtag Dutch Sims 4 Master, and then you'll be able to find this house just like all my other houses that I've built previously. Very many people actually seem to like the shelf idea I had for my previous house, Modern Concept, and I must honestly say that I also think that house really turned out to be awesome and very innovative. This might not really be like that, but I think in the end it did really turn out to look nice. It doesn't have such a nice new thing as a Modern Concept has, but maybe for my next house I can try something as new as that again. And maybe you see something in this house of which you think, well, that's actually a pretty good idea, and then you'll be able to use it. But it's not really built with the intention of building it. This was actually built a very long time ago, and well, you know, I started this like a week after The Sims 4 came out, and then I kept building other houses before I built this one. So actually this is kind of a house that I've been working on for a very long time, but I've just not been able to upload. And that was because I didn't want to do the interior, or at least I didn't really know what to do with the interior for a very long time. And then like I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was like, wait, I'm going to do that in the interior, and I just felt like building the interior. I was excited to do that. So yeah, then I finished the house. Unfortunately, again, no fly-through, and some of you might already know why, because normally I would really want to do one, but I can't because my game just can't handle to make a good-looking fly-through, because of course I can make a fly-through, but it will just be a little bit too laggy and not enjoyable to watch. So I've decided to just make some cool-looking screenshots, and I must honestly say that I don't think that's even that bad. It looks pretty cool in the end, actually, so I don't think you will yeah, really mind. It just looks nice in the end, and I think, yeah, that's most important. You just get a good view of what the house looks like. So as you can see here, I add some of the cool roof yeah, decorations, not anymore, but I did add that like some seconds ago. I really like to add like chimneys and, you know, more of those industrial stuff on the roof, just to make it look more realistic, because that is just something that some houses in reality have, and that just makes it look nicer. And yeah, that's something I really like about The Sims 4, to be honest. So here I start doing the garden. I didn't do something too special of the garden because I don't really know what to place in gardens, but here we go with some good news and some pretty expected news, or at least by me. The Sims 4 pools will be coming. So yes, we will be able to have pools in The Sims 4 in November, because then there will be an update in which you will be able to just put pools into your lots for free, because many people actually expected EA to ask money to be able to build pools like in the form of a new expansion. But to be honest, I personally thought that it was mainly because they didn't have enough time to actually finish pools and other stuff like that they didn't add it yet. But yeah, happily they are coming anyway, so they will be there in November. And I must honestly say that I'm pretty excited for them to get into the Sims 4, because that also means that there will be so many new items coming with them. You know, maybe diving boards, not sure, because I believe in The Sims 3 there weren't any diving boards, I believe. But anyways, there will be, you know, relaxing chairs for in the garden and stuff like that, and it will make gardens look so much better. Also, actually this month, October, we already got an update, and that update causes you to be able to add ghosts to your family, or at least not add them, but when they die, I believe your Sims become ghosts. I say maybe because I honestly don't really play live mode in The Sims 4. I'm planning on doing that once, but I just don't really know when, because I'm just way too much into building right now, and still for now, because, you know, I just keep exploring new things in The Sims 4. But yeah, I think yeah, when your sim dies, it can turn into a ghost, and that's pretty nice. I think it will, yeah, adds a nice ID to the game, I think, because then if your sim dies, you can just continue playing with that sim, or at least that's what I expect. Yes, I think so. So now, if you download the new patch, maybe you've done that already, you'll be able to do that, and that's seriously awesome. I'm happy that they're just working on upgrades. Also in December, we will be getting careers, I believe. I don't really know what that means. I think, yeah, your sim will be able to have a career, but I thought they would already be able to do that. But, you know, you will see. I'll make some videos regarding that stuff when those updates come out. I didn't have enough time to actually make an update video for the ghosts stuff, but for the pools I will actually do that, so stay tuned for that in November. So as you can see, I add quite some plants to the house, not too many, or at least in my opinion not too many, or at least I add them in some neat areas and not just everywhere. But I did see on my Sandstorm house building video that people thought I use too many plants. Well, maybe you're going to hate this then, and otherwise you can just delete it if you download it, so don't worry. But I just think it makes the house look better because it's more detailed. So here I add some more plants, and then we go over to the interior, which was quite yeah, a challenge to build, because though this house might seem pretty big from the outside, it's not that big from the inside actually. So I had to fit in a living room and a kitchen, and also a cool dining area, and also 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. Well, 2 bathrooms actually in the end. But it worked out, so I'm happy with that. And I think this kitchen actually turned out to look very cool. It's very small, but I think it has everything it needs. It has a fridge, an oven, and a stove stuff, and a sink, so I believe that's basically it. It also has a cool bar part. It's just kind of small, but just looks very cool. I really like those counters, those upper counters over there, and that's really something cool of The Sims 4. So yeah, here I add some more wall painting, and then I'll add some stuff to the bar, I think. So yeah, if you have any tips for me to make the houses look better, or if you have any requests, you can leave them in the comments down below. I'd really like to see it, and also just put down in the comments what you think of this house. Just tell me, and yeah, I'm just very excited to see what you think of it. I think for the next house I'm going to make more of a traditional house, because I've built very many modern houses already, because my previous house was, as I said before, modern concept. If you would like to check it out, it's on my channel, and I did something very cool making shutters in The Sims 4 using shelves. So if you would like to see that, it's on my channel. And actually today I saw that my first ever Sims 4 speed build got over 50,000 views already, so that's awesome. In I think 3 or 4 weeks, so thanks for that if you've seen it. It's the modern spring house or springs. I can't even remember, whatever. So here I make the living room, by the way, and if you would like to see some more house building videos too, but you don't really like interior, then you can also check out my new series. I do some self-promotion maybe, because yeah, I don't really know what to talk about anyways, so I can better do some self-promotion then. So as I said, I've started a new series. It's called the renovation series, and in that series I actually renovate houses that are being sent in by my viewers. You can hand them in or submit them using the hashtag DutchSims4MasterReno. And if you do that, I'll be able to see it and then choose some houses to renovate. And then I do a speed build renovation of it, in which I challenge myself to renovate it, changing not too much of the house in the time constraint or the time limit of 1 hour, and then I only do the exterior, and then I upload a video of it. So far I've actually renovated 2 houses, so I'll put the playlist link of that in the comments or in the description down below, so you can check it out, because I think if you like these videos you will definitely like those 2, because they are basically house building videos but a little bit less fancy, or at least because I only spent, well, the time limit is 1 hour, I actually have to make sure that I can actually make a cool looking house in the time constraint of 1 hour. So yeah, it's a little bit more of a challenge than the house building videos, but I think in the end the houses just turn out to look very cool, but they're just a little bit smaller. So yeah, if you like these speed builds, you will definitely like that too. So yeah, what can I talk about more? Yeah, The Sims 4. I really think it's, yeah, many people say or start to actually admit that The Sims 4 isn't as bad as they had expected it to be. Definitely now The Sims 4 pools are being confirmed to come in The Sims 4, so that's awesome. But yeah, I still see some negative comments, but actually way less than it used to be, so I'm very happy with that, because it's just a good game. But it's kind of annoying that it lags for me on my computer. So I've been talking with someone who advised me with my computer stuff, or at least just wanted to advise me for it, which I'm very thankful for. But it turns out that I'll probably need a new computer for, to be able to run The Sims 4. Well, it's not even that heavy, but I wanted to change my graphics card, but changing my graphics card is not possible, or at least I can't put a graphics card in it that I want. So that kind of sucks, because that means that there won't be some real let's build coming in the future. But I thought, well, maybe I can do some sped up let's build. So the ones I did in the Sim 3, so now and then 2, in which I actually do a speed build, but I divide it into 6 parts, and then I talk while really building, and I really talk about everything I do, and it's actually let's build, but it just takes a little bit less time, so I think that's good. It does take more time to make though, but I think I'll be able to upload those until I do something with my computer that makes sure that I can actually just upload let's builds again. And I honestly don't really know if I'm going to upgrade it or just buy a new one, because my current PC isn't that old yet, but it was actually before this YouTube thing kind of started escalating, because this YouTube thing just started as not really a joke, but something that wasn't meant to be this serious, but in the end it starts to kind of escalate, or it started to escalate, and now we have near 30,000 people following this. So yeah, my PC isn't really made for this, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do something with it. So here you actually see the screenshots of the house, some shots from the front. Unfortunately, I again built the house at the wrong side of the lot, or not at the wrong side of the lot, but on the wrong side, so the sun comes from the back of the house. Yeah, this is just some graphics. Not a problem, but kind of a thing that annoys me, because I always want to have a picture of the front of the house, and then it has to be bright, but if the sun is from on the other side, it doesn't work. Okay, this might be kind of unclear. Anyways, here you see the kitchen and the living room within the back over there, the dining area. Another shot of the living room. And here the kind of a study area in the living room. I personally wouldn't really like to have that in real life. I personally don't have that either, but yeah, I couldn't really fit a study in, so I decided to just put it over there in the living room. And I know that some people have it, so I decided to put it over there too. So here are the two bathrooms, and then this is the cat's bedroom. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you back later.